Hello and welcome back. This is Ben Wolfe from tatstore.com and the tatstore.com blog. I'd promised earlier this week that I would do a quick Photoshop tutorial. For those of you who are not familiar, this is the Photoshop window. This is actually CS3, which is now, old hat with CS4 out. But this will do for now. You probably recognize from maybe GIMP, if you use that, your layers, channels, path menu right here. You also have a navigator. This bar is pretty cool in Photoshop. I don't think we'll get into that today, but if you guys want to look into that, that's pretty nifty. I think what we're going to do with the upcoming 4th of July holiday is we're going to make a flag. The point of the flag is not going to be very difficult to make, but I do want to show you all how to use smart objects. These smart objects allow you to propagate changes to one item to many items. So if you have, say for example, 50 stars, which we will, you can change the star however you want in one of them and then push it to all of them. And you'll see what I mean in a second. So we're gonna open a new document, of course. What do I want to make this? Make it nice and big since it doesn't really matter. Alright, there we go. So let's start making our stripes. So we're going to want to pick your color. I like to use shapes, but you can easily use just selections and fill those if you want. But there's our shape one. So that's going to be one of our stripes. I didn't really care how big it was. Control T, make it a little smaller. Okay, there we go. Now, as all of you surely remember from your social studies classes or your civics classes, there are 7 red stripes and 6 white stripes on flag. So we're going to need, let's just duplicate that and make a white stripe. Okay, this is how it's going to go for us. Most of the project. Going to be duplicate a layer, drag it down, duplicate a layer, drag it down. But what we're going to want to do is to show off. I just right clicked that layer and I'm going to pick convert to smart object. This is great for bullets, this is great for logos, this is great for anything you want to keep consistent. Maybe you're mocking up a web page, whatever. So duplicate the red layer. I like to keep these somewhat orderly and drag that down. So there it is. Duplicate the white layer. Okay, this is a great time to show it off. So we have our white layer, obviously, right? But you can't see it. So what we're going to want to do is double click that icon. It gives us this little thing. You should read it, but I'll tell you what it says. And instead of having this white, let's change it to gray. Okay, and now the key is you want to save your changes. So I'm going to Control S there. And you'll see that it's propagated those changes to both items that I had. And we'll easily be able to change it back when we get to that stage in the game. So let me just make all these layers, and I will pick you back up in a second. Okay, hi, welcome back. All I did was I duplicated those layers and I renamed them because it's nice to keep your photoshopping nice and organized. So I've just renamed them red 1, white 1, red 2, white 2, yada yada. Now you can see here that my flag is a little chunky. I definitely made these stripes way too thick. So what we're going to want to do is shrink them all. Now that's easy to do with Smart Layers. Just double click those. I'm not going to show that again. And then transform that much thinner. Let's see, that looks about good. So make sure that you save your layer when you're changing a smart object, just like that dialog box said. Apply the transformation before saving. Whoops. Okay, I'd also probably like to smart clip this. Okay, I'll do it this way, how I would normally do it. I'm going to make a selection, like so, and crop. Okay. Here we are. Save. And you can see in the picture behind, it's pushed that right through. Oh, remember, to make our stripes the same, we got to get this image size, 354 by 10. And we should be able to do that same thing to our white layers. Which are gray, as you can see. Wow, good eyeballing it. Alright, so now it's just a matter of cleaning these guys up. But you can see how much time we've saved with these smart layers already. Photoshop, you see their nice clipping or jumping to important parts of the picture, which is very nice assembling something like this. So I think the last thing that I'm going to do here, no, I'll keep going.